Welcome, everyone. The artist we believe will have a long-term future from this point forward is Rihanna. A multi-platinum selling record artist, fashion icon, and savvy entrepreneur has already cemented her place as a cultural icon, but her strategic business decisions, philanthropic endeavors, and adaptability to changing industries further suggest her a promising long-term future. My name is Ava Wilson, and today I'm here with TriState Consulting. Robin Rihanna Fenty was born on February 10th, 1988. She was born and raised in St. Michael by Barbados to Ronald Fenty and Monica Barthwaite. At the age of 16, she moved to the US and she's now partnered with A$AP Rocky.
Hello, I'm Tommy. Now we look at the music aspect of Rihanna's career. She is a pop icon, but that does not mean she's just limited to pop. She has music with all different genres, R&B, hip hop, rap, and more. From Status.com, pop and R&B, hip hop made up 43% of stream music consumption of 2021. This shows that this category is going to be the most popular. So this means Rihanna has the most possibility to target this audience. She sold over 60 million albums and 215 million digital tracks. That's a little over 11 billion views on YouTube. She had some really successful tours from her albums, and her music will always be listened to and be shared as classics. Fan base for Rihanna is really strong and really loyal. They even have their own name. It's called Rihanna Navy. She strategizes building up her fan base by different media platforms, like social media, just posting and really sharing her products from the Fenty. She has fans all over the world. Most of her fans consist of teenagers and young adults, but then also having a decent increase in older age from millennials or older adults. Rihanna's fan base is so strong because of her music and her beauty products, because if someone doesn't like her music, she could like her products and vice versa. She's ranked second on New York Times for what music do Americans love the most, and around 80 million fans are in the US that appreciate Rihanna.
Although Rihanna has not had a live solo performance or released an album in about 7 years, she still manages to frequently make news headlines. Super Bowl 57 was Rihanna's first solo performance in 7 years, and she opened up with a really big surprise, a pregnancy reveal. The Super Bowl usually averages about 113 million viewers, while the last halftime show had 118.7 million viewers. That is 5 more than the actual game itself. The Navy, as the fans often refer to themselves, were really excited to see their chief again. Rihanna also performed at the 2023 Oscars. She sang her song Lift Me Up from the Black Panther movie Wakanda Forever, which was a tribute to Chadwick Boseman. Rihanna recently revealed that she will be releasing her 9th album this year. Her last album, Anti, which was recorded in 2016, was considered to be one of Rihanna's best albums yet. Lastly, Fenty products are always making the headlines. It originally started off as a beauty line, but she eventually branched to a lingerie line and most recently introduced her skincare line.
Hello, everybody. I am Nick, and as previously mentioned, Rihanna has 2 very prominent business ventures that she has. One of which that is currently on screen right now is Fenty Beauty. So here I just want to do a quick analysis of the differences between her and one of her more prominent competitors, which is Kylie Cosmetics, which was started by Kylie Jenner. So as you can see, in terms of pure engagement, Fenty Beauty does have quite an edge over Kylie Cosmetics, over nearly 3 times the amount of engagement, which generally is a very positive sign of how successful one's product is. And that's also not including expanding deals into different companies such as various other beauty lines like Bed Bath & Beyond and other very prominent businesses that often have beauty products for sale. So next up, we have Savage X against Skims, which was a company that was started by Kim Kardashian and Emma Grede. So on this spectrum, there is quite a bit of difference in terms of like engagement. And it specifically comes from the fact that while Rihanna is more of a solo businesswoman, Skims was started by two different very prominent influencers, and so as a result, there is a very clear divide between their engagement. But for Rihanna, it's quite successful in a way because of how, despite being a singular businesswoman, she was able to receive so much attention through her lingerie line. And so here are just some very prominent business collaborations that Rihanna has had within the fashion industry. And that's one of the things that she's quite good at, just general networking, getting connected with very prominent influencers and big figures in the fashion industry. And that allows her to like branch off into various components of the fashion industry. Some companies of note would be Rihanna x Armani in 2011, because that was actually one of her very first collaborations that she did with a huge brand. And then in 2017, 2023, she had Fenty x Puma, which was actually quite a big endeavor for her, at least because it was one of the offshoots of her original company, but she wanted to work with them once more in 2023. And so here comes the idea of inclusivity, which is really big in both a moral sense, because it allows, it definitely shows off like more attention to people who are, I guess, not very super prominent in the mainstream media, whereas other people just tend to have this idea of not wanting to include certain people. But Rihanna is quite one of the founders of this idea of allowing other people of different media structures to join in the fashion industry. And one of these figures is Holly Ayers, who was herself a disabled model. And despite that, Rihanna has consistently given her a chance to show off her disability, to not act as a hindrance, but more like a positive force in her life. Of course, when it comes to Fenty Beauty, she often caters to a very diverse background of people with different varying skin complexions. And this has since dubbed the Fenty effect, which essentially is the effect where various companies often nowadays want to also reach to these very specified demographics because of Rihanna's influence.
Hi, I'm Jerry. Going off of my teammate Nick, as an overview, it would be crucial to determine what her strengths and weaknesses and how she can keep her position. SWOT analysis is a valuable strategic planning tool that helps us understand the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, and the impacts of it facing Rihanna's businesses. Let's start with strengths. Rihanna has a strong personal brand and a loyal fan base, which she has leveraged to launch successful businesses in music, fashion, and beauty. She has a keen eye for style and has been recognized for her innovation and creativity in these industries. Turning to weaknesses, one potential risk for Rihanna is that her business ventures are heavily reliant on her personal brand and image. If her popularity were to decline, her businesses could suffer. Additionally, managing multiple business lines and balancing her music career with her other ventures would be a challenge. On to opportunities. Rihanna has the opportunity to expand her businesses into new markets and geographies, particularly with her Fenty Beauty and the Savage X Fenty brands. She can also leverage her philanthropic and sustainability initiatives to drive her consumer loyalty and support. Additionally, she has a platform to advocate for social causes and drive positive change. Finally, let's discuss threats. Rihanna faces intense competition in the music, beauty, and fashion industries. Economic downturns or changes in consumer preferences could also impact her businesses. Managing her public image and dealing with negative publicity is another potential threat. By addressing these potential weaknesses and leveraging her strengths and opportunities, Rihanna can position herself for continued success in the future. Corporate social responsibility is becoming increasingly important to consumers and investors alike. In order to remain relevant and competitive in today's business environment, companies must prioritize sustainability and social impact. Rihanna is not only an incredibly talented artist, but she is also a passionate philanthropist who has used her success to make a positive impact in the world through her Clara Lionel Foundation. She has supported numerous causes, including education, disaster relief, and healthcare. Charity and philanthropy are important considerations for long-term success in the business world, and Rihanna has demonstrated a commitment to giving back through her philanthropic efforts. By giving back this way, Rihanna has demonstrated a commitment to using her platform for good and making a positive difference in the world. Her commitment to philanthropy and social impact is not just limited to her foundation. She has also supported other charitable organizations, including UNICEF, the Global Partnership for Education, and the American Cancer Society. Her efforts have earned her numerous awards, including the Harvard Humanitarian of the Year Award in 2017. Consumers and investors are increasingly invested in buying from brands that align with their values. And by prioritizing social and environmental impact, Rihanna can drive customer loyalty and support. By investing in sustainable and ethical business practices, Rihanna can future-proof her business against potential reputational and regulatory risks. This can help to ensure that she remains relevant and competitive in the long run.
Hello, I am Jasmine. I will be talking about a few of Rihanna's achievements. This year's Super Bowl performance, Rihanna performed at the State Farm Stadium, which is located in Glendale, Arizona. Her last performance for annual Super Bowl performances occurred 5 years ago. Her performance impressed an infinite amount of people who watched and or attended the Super Bowl. And then another one of Rihanna's achievements was the song Ponder Replay, which was sent to Def Jam Recordings as part of Rihanna's demo tape. The executive from Def Jam Recordings was so impressed that he convinced her to sign the deal. During this time of the event, she signed the deal and sang the song Ponder Replay at the age of 17. I appreciate everyone for listening to our presentation about Rihanna. This is why we believe Rihanna will be the next successful artist for generations.